Hey guys, BrickBoys518 here. Actually, it's Matt. Coming at you with a quick update because it's been a while since we've really put out any videos. Um, to start off, got a brick link or a pick-a-brick order came in today. Thank goodness. I didn't get that much. I got basically what you see here. I got 20 of these tires, an assortment of helmets, heads, and hair, like those three guys over there. Some kid legs, and not these. I actually got black ones of these, and I exchanged them out. The tires are for some new models, which I'll show you in a second. But took about 6 days, and yeah. So the tires actually went on these two models here. I'll show you those in a second. And actually nothing went on there. So to start off, here is one of the models that we've been working on. It is a Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. I just have to finish fixing that wheel there, and then I have to put some side windows on. But yeah, it's currently in development. It's nice and sleek. I think it's pretty good. We have a Fiat Ducato ambulance here. I'm rather impressed with how it came out. But it's still in development. I'm still working on the back. I think once the final version comes out, it's going to be some big-time modifications, like this back wheel is probably going to get shifted up a little bit. But whatever. And I also need the dark gray windshield version of these, but that doesn't come out until the Moon Space City line comes out. So I might have to wait until like March. So worst comes to worst, I'll just change out this back windshield here. But it's still a long way to go. I have to fill in some parts, add some details to it. There's actually a roof to it, but it's not on me. It's over there, which is far. Yeah. But and then we have this Isuzu Street Sweeper. I'm actually going to temporarily scrap this only because I had a bit of an epiphany. That this looks more like a Ford, like an E series or some other series of Ford. I can't remember off the top of my head. I have photographs of one because one of my dad's friends drives one of those for his business. Big black one. It was a nice truck. But what's going to happen is I have to replace this part here, and I have to make some modifications because the Suzus actually have taller lights on the front. These are kind of low, so I'm basically going to sort of move that around, add mirrors to the sides. And I still have to find, I had blue street sweeper blades, but they're missing right now, and then I have to add the nozzles in the back. But yeah, that's basically the models in development. They had that forklift that kind of got scrapped. I'm thinking of turning that into a yellow taxi. But pretty chaotic here. Got the Grand Emporium for Christmas. That was nice. It was tough. It was actually a pretty easy build. It took me about, I think, 2.5 hours. So it took a relatively short amount of time for me. It's got nice detail though. I also see the wind turbine transport. We came out with the time lapse. Still have to come out with the set review. I was decently impressed with that. But then we have a building behind here. That was going to be a car dealer shop type thing, but it's not really going through because I can't find the bricks to the garage. We were starting a Star Wars base, but that didn't fall through either. Mostly it's like mass chaos around here. This is my room, and because of school, like I had final exams last week, because I take half my classes for one half the year, and then I switch. But I really haven't had time to do absolutely anything. But I'm thinking this weekend I'm going to try and get some organizing done, because I start new classes, so I shouldn't have too much homework. And, yeah, I have to, because we're helping out for a charity. We're building DNA kits, Lego DNA kits, as a volunteer thing for some of the some local schools, and that should be fun. We should meet some people. So yeah, this is like what I'm trying to do now. Is if you see these containers here, I'm trying to organize the bricks. I had a system down, but I'm thinking of scrapping it only because it seems relatively ineffective right now. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to knock one of these tables down onto two legs, like knock these over so it's tilted. And I'm going to start sorting that way based on like brick versus plate versus like a hybrid of the two. But yeah, you can see the camera that we used to film over there. For those of you who don't know what camera we use and want to know, That is a Canon PowerShot SX200IS. It films in HD. It's an excellent camera. The battery life on it is pretty crummy though, and that's the one problem. That's why we haven't had as many videos, because I can't find the charger for the battery. And it's basically, it only has enough battery left for probably a 30-second video, which is relatively pointless. But I'm trying to find it, plus I need to, like, fix my memory card in it, because I'm down to, like, 5 minutes of video, which really isn't enough. And the reason I don't have more is because that's, like, I'm using, like, an 8 gigabyte memory card, and some weird stuff happened to it, so I have to reformat it. I don't know how to do that, so I have to rely on my dad for it. Yeah, pretty messy. I do want to update you guys on some pretty massive projects. As you can see, the cafe corner looks like it jumped off its base, and that's because all of these buildings are going to be ripped off their bases. And there is some reason for that. What's going to happen is we're trying to find those big, like, 48 by 48 base plates, or 32, whatever the big gray ones that LEGO sells. And we're basically going to lay a bunch of those down, raise the buildings up on a foundation so they all have, like, main nice floors, and then we're going to build streets from scratch. Like, we're not going to use the base plate streets, I mean, because I don't like them, and I want to be able to, like, modify them a bit, so they're going to have, like, parking lanes and curbs and actual storm drains. And I found this great tutorial on Flickr. I can't remember the guy's name right now. I can't even find the images anymore. But he built streets from scratch, but they were raised up, and it was incredible looking. So yeah, these buildings are going to be like that. That's probably why the city's been stalled the most, because we have a lot of planning done, and we have to start buying parts, because despite just having as many parts as we can, in terms of, like, realistic models, you can't really do much. But, what else? We do have a bunch of houses in development, like, in the first stages of development, and I would show this to you, except they, first of all, aren't built out of bricks, they're on paper, and they are downstairs. And I'm sorry about the phone in the background. I'm really not in the mood to get them, because it's kind of far down, and I don't want to take the camera through my house. But, wow. Kind of lost my train of thought there. Because there's like 3 houses, and they're relatively huge. They're probably bigger than the Grand Emporium, but some of them are smaller. What we're planning on doing is they're going to be like exotic colors. They're going to be a bit more realistic, using like glass and rooms and everything. And then we're going to buy some of those lifelike kits, and we're going to light them up. And we're going to work on that. We're eventually going to start modifying buildings. And yeah. But other than that, see, like, here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to organize that, but I might scrap it from there. You have like construction tools and certain ones. Yeah, it's like, the lack of videos comes from, like, the lack of time. So we're trying to get a bunch of projects off the ground. We have some other things that have been requiring a lot of time, but nonetheless, in the future we should start coming out with more videos. And there's one more thing. Oh, I do want to recommend to you guys, and I know I say this a lot now, but we have a Facebook page that you guys can become a fan of. It's just look up BrickBoys518, and we have a bunch of questions on there and a bunch of polls and stuff. And you basically, a lot of, like, the videos we've been coming out with, like the time-lapse video was chosen by our Facebook fans. So you can go there, you can ask us questions we're most likely to answer. And so that'd be awesome if you guys could become fans. We have about 250 right now. We're trying to boost it up to 500. But that doesn't really matter. And we have a Twitter stream that you can follow. It's just at BrickBoys518. We are also on Daily Booth, again at BrickBoys518. We haven't really been updating that frequently. And then, yeah, we're on Flickr, on Daily Booth, and we're trying to get a mock pages up, but I don't like the way the mock pages site is structured, and I find it pretty slow. So, yeah, that's about it. It's going to be a busy weekend. I'm hoping to come out with more updates in the future, just because. So, yeah, that's about it. It's BrickBoys518 signing out.